Hello, this is Julien from the Fieldwire team, and today we are excited to share with you our ArcGIS Online integration. This integration allows you to see your Fieldwire task on a map, and I'm going to show you how it works. To start, simply click on New Map, give it a name, and select your project. You can select as many projects as you want, but the limit is 4,000 tasks total. This is an ArcGIS Online limit. You can only have up to 4,000 tasks per ArcGIS Online layer. Here I click on Create a Map, and then when it's generated, I can click on it and copy the URL to my clipboard. Then, if I go to ArcGIS Online, I open one of my maps, I click on Add layer from URL, I paste the link, and I select a CSV layer. Next, I select reference the file from the URL and add it to the map. We don't support editing. You can only see, you can only read the data coming from Fieldwire. Next, and then you can see your Fieldwire task on ArcGIS Online. A few tips to get you started. The first one is obviously to rename your layer. Fieldwire task. The second is that you can see the photo thumbnails right in ArcGIS Online. And to do so, you can simply click on Pop-up, Add Content, Image, and then you click on that symbol, and you scroll until you see Photo URL. And then now I can see my photo. The status of the sync can be found here. So if any error or if there is a refresh issue, it will be shown here in any of the tasks. And if you want to see the task back in Fieldwire, you simply click on View. And here I can see my task. One thing to note is that we will only use the first photo that have GPS coordinates in the task. So in that case, this photo and this one have both been added to the same task, but we will only use the first photo that has been added. So this one was added a few minutes earlier than the second. So that's the one we'll be using. If we want to use this one, you will have to delete the first one. Regarding refresh rates, we refresh the integration every day, but you can force the refresh by clicking here on Refresh. This will refresh the information we send to ArcGIS, but you also need to refresh it in ArcGIS to let it know that they can pull the new information from Fieldwire. And to do so, you need to go to Properties and then automatically refresh the layer. So you can change the time to your liking, but it's important to have this toggled on. That way, every day when the data is refreshed in Fieldwire, you can see the latest version of it in ArcGIS Online. And that's it. If you have any feedback, ideas for our future roadmap, please reach out to us, and we wish you a very pleasant day.